Joining our pub quiz team this week is a charming presenter and DJ. He started out on a chat show called Suck My Pop before becoming one of the presenters for Channel 4's T4. He went on to grace our screens on a variety of shows like This Morning. He is now known as the host of Big Brother. It's Will Best.
It's Will Best.
Thanks, guys. DJ, I like that you've put DJ.
Yeah.
That gets missed off the resume, I think, too much. I DJ'd at the Sugar House, which is Lincoln's largest student venue, just before Christmas. So DJ is right.
The Sugar House, you were there?
Yeah.
When you're not DJing, when you're not presenting Big Brother, when you're not running a bloody Mary company.
Yeah.
Do you ever have time for a pub quiz?
I like a pub quiz,
Okay.
and I but no. The thing is, my quizzing, I can scratch my quizzy itch.
Sure. Don't say that again, please. Just as a rule, please don't say that again.
Eye contact with that as well.
Yeah, it lingered, didn't it? I managed to look both of you in the eye at the same time.
Yeah.
I've never been able to smell a statement before, but I could.
Yeah. I scratched my quizzy itch
Worse
on the
second
telly.
time?
On the telly, this is the first quiz that I've done since winning Weakest Link.
Will Best.
Watch out!
What a flex!
Watch the hell out!
You should be hosting this.
You should be hosting. What the hell are we doing here?
Yeah.
What? Well, hang on a minute. Hold up. We'll get some more context to this. What was the? This is where it all comes crumbling down.
Yeah.
Who was on Weakest Link with you though? Because if you were just on there with
On my own.
on your own, or with people who maybe aren't known for their quizzing, it might have been.
Well, it was there was a wide range of people on there. So we had Ben Bailey-Smith, who you're thinking smart guy, Doc Brown, comedian, very erudite. Okay, fills in on a film podcast.
Yeah.
So he's got
erudite is the word I would think of.
Yeah.
I'll look that up later.
And so we had him. We had Anna Richardson.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Naked telly. What's that show she did about being naked?
Naked
Attraction. Yeah. Anna Richardson. We had there was Lavoie, a drag queen. Oh, Aisling B.
Oh, well, you had
she was very good. Oh, and a great comedian, Irish guy called Jason Byrne.
You had a real roster of very intelligent celebrities.
Yeah. Some big brains, big names, big brains.
What were the sort of questions that you were getting right?
I think the one that I was most proud of was, what is the metal commonly used in fillings? Mercury. Thank you very much.
Because mercury is...
Pop that down. Bank! Sorry. I've been doing that for 6 months.
You don't need to do that on this one. You don't need to do that. We'll make that clear from the start. You don't need to say bank after every question.
Okay, so...
Wilkie's banking. I don't know what to do.
You can get cancelled for that. So yeah, that was anyway. There was some good stuff. I only got like 3 questions wrong.
Did anyone kick off? Because I mean, original Weakest Link when Anne Robinson was doing it, and it was civilians, as it were. People were just the exit interviews afterwards.
Yeah.
They don't know what they've done. They made the biggest mistake in their life, and I'll come back and I'll show them. Was there any of that?
So most of the people on there, they were there to like be funny and have a good time, right? And because a lot of comedians, and then even like Anna Richardson's really funny and charismatic and stuff, they were mainly there for like the banter with Ramesh and stuff. Now, I was there to get fucking quiz questions right, number 1. Number 2, I was there to make Ramesh like me, because I used to listen to his podcast all the time, Hip Hop Saved My Life, and I sort of fell in love with him. I think he's cool, and I want him to think I'm cool.
Yeah.
So I was incredibly unfunny and dry because I was nervous, and I'd been skiing. Don't do it very often. I've done it like twice in my life.
No one's accused you of anything.
Well, just because sometimes when I mention I go skiing, I've been skiing, people can accuse me of being.
You've got so defensive
I've
there.
just spat on the mic. Anyway, I got sunburned lips, so I had incredibly dry lips that meant that I couldn't smile properly. So I was sort of like, so this will only work so I was sort of trying to like be like, I am a fun guy, like me Ramesh, but sort of smiling like this, like, like it was, and I watched it back and I look I look weird and sad, and Ramesh clearly fucking did not like me.
Well, I think you just didn't get voted off because everyone was like, I don't think we should vote this fucking crazy person off.
Can I just say...
He's going to absolutely stalk us.
Although, I didn't get voted off because I was the strongest link in... I think every round bar 2.
Yeah.
So, don't know why I've got my pen out for that.
So, Will, you're a man of the world.
Yeah.
You obviously like a quiz. We love to find out from our guests what their favourite fact is. Maybe it's something you've heard this week. Maybe it's something that you carry with you for anecdotes at parties.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something you might have told Ramesh.
Okay. Yeah, I barely got said anything.
He listens to this.
Does he?
Yeah.
Can I do like a... Can we workshop something to make him think I'm cool?
Yeah.
So because I was told you might be asked your favourite fact. Now I don't know if this counts as a fact, but the first thing that springs to mind in terms of like, because I guess a good fact.
Trump supporter already.
Okay.
Not sure if this counts as a fact, but
yeah. So the first thing that springs to mind in terms of like a thing that I discovered and it blew my mind. So Brussels sprouts.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Right? Now, Brussels sprouts are called, they're not called Brussels sprouts.
Yes, they are.
No, they're called Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
They are a sprout from Brussels or belonging to Brussels. They are not a type of sprout called a Brussels. They are a sprout from Brussels. They're called Brussels.
So I'm gonna rewind
sprouts.
maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds to when you said this isn't necessarily a fact, and just confirm it. I don't think that is a fact.
It's true.
Well, it's true, but in the same way
Sorry,
that...
he doesn't normally just dispute the guest facts.
But you're saying it's like if I come in and said weather can be spelled either W-E-A
yes,
or W-H-E.
It's a fact in the sense of like, we don't need to sort of stop and meditate on the fact that a Brussels sprout is from Brussels. I think we all knew that, didn't we?
You didn't know that.
I didn't know it was from Brussels.
No, but you didn't know it was Brussels.
Okay,
you
I didn't know the S at the end.
There we go.
Hold my hands up.
Thank you very much.
I've not been skiing, and I didn't know there was an S at the end. I hold my hands up. However, I did assume that they were from Brussels.
I thought you were going to say
That's
it's
not the fun bit of
Brussels
the fact.
sprouts. I thought that would have been impressive.
That
If there was no S on the
Yeah.
sprouts, people had just sort of moved it across.
If it was Brussels.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
And people,
Yeah, that would have been good. That would
have been brilliant.
yeah. So all those people who've been saying, "Do you want some sprouts?"
Yeah.
They've been.
Yeah.
They're going to kick themselves.
And then next Christmas, everyone's going, "Do you want prouts?" Yeah. Have you got the prouts on?
Yeah.
Have you done little crosses in the prouts? Yeah.
Yeah.
Put some bacon in the
try
crowds,
that.
actually. That helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm gonna maybe slightly stop having a go
Okay.
at you, because it reminds me of when I found out that the letter W was called W because it's two U's put together, which is
Yeah.
why in French it's W.
No, but that's two V's put together. W.
Well, the French have a different view on things.
No, but it's more accurate to say it's two V's.
Yeah, it is
Don't,
actually.
So
please,
it should be called a double V.
Please, I beg you to bring that up with the French. But for in the English language, we've said no. It's like it's because cursive potentially.
We've said that, have we? No.
We've
I
said
know.
no.
I've heard the V
So
argument. No, it isn't that.
I do have some other facts.
Oh, lovely.
Go on.
So, because I thought I better look up some facts, so I went on Instagram, the home of facts.
Why would if I'm thinking I need some facts, I would go Google.
Right.
I would go ChatGPT.
Don't trust Google anymore.
I would not go Instagram.
Yeah, no, but what you got to click on something on Google.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Google isn't.
What do you
To
think?
a fact page.
It
Or
was-
Instagram.
Exactly.
It's Instagram.
It would take
you
pages on
Instagram.
Instagram.
So it will take you to
I don't think it's
9 times out of 10 it will take you to Instagram, and that's a fact I found on MySpace.
Yeah. So this is one from an account called Only Verified Fact.
Sure.
Singular.
Is Bonnie Blue on there
Can't
as well?
argue with that.
If you have dimples in your back, you're not overweight and probably lead a healthy life. That's from Only Verified Fact. And that had a caption underneath, facts for the number 4, genius. They had some more.
Okay.
They had some more, same page. Eating soaked gram on an empty stomach.
Oh,
I was defending you after the whole Prouts thing, but I don't.
This is from
This is not facts.
This is from Only Verified Fact.
They've only got one fact.
Well, you've got to find out which one it is. No, this is from Only Verified Fact. And again, at the bottom of each picture, because as an image, it also then says, just to hammer home the point, facts for the number genius. Eating soaked gram on an empty stomach in the morning makes weight gain faster. right? That's had 40,000 likes.
I don't know what any of that means. I don't know.
No, and
So
there's a
gram,
picture of something
so
that looks
gram.
like chickpeas.
I'm really worried this website is run by my quite elderly Indian nan and her mates. Rub rosemary oil in your hair and you have a good day. That's the fact, is it? That's the. If you eat fish and milk in the same meal, you'll get vitiligo. That's what she used to tell me. But that does.
Can we just go back to you can't be fat if you've got dimples in your back?
No, you're apparently not. Well, no.
Apparently not, no.
You're not overweight, and you probably lead a healthy. Anything that says this is a fact and then has the word probably.
Yeah.
I think they've.
Yeah.
But 40,000 likes for eating soaked gram on an empty stomach in the morning makes weight gain faster. That's the fucking kind of engagement.
Well, yeah, probably because you're eating. Probably because you. I could also change that to eating cake first thing in the morning makes gaining weight better.
Yeah. Well,
you could.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not groundbreaking, is it?
Though.
No.
Facts.
True.
And then sorry, just one more because they had one that
course.
was a video with like a voice that reads out stuff, right?
Is it an AI voice or was it a real?
AI voice. They're the best ones. So this one, the voice said, "This fact will make you fart."
I wonder what that smell was.
Blue is the common favourite colour.
Just farted as well.
So
Blue is the common. And you're just scrolling amongst. It's just the common favourite.
And how many likes? How many likes?
Oh, fuck, I didn't see how many likes. And then last
50,
fact from only verified fact.
Yeah.
Facts for Genius. 7 minutes of intercourse is equivalent to 1.3 hours in the gym.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway.
Wow.
So I got a few facts there.
Oh my gosh! And just to reiterate, you've won the weakest link. Promise, there's not a huge amount of stuff that I've studied on verified fact. What is it called again?
Sorry, it's called only verified fact. And then the little on each picture it says facts for Genius.
Brilliant. So shout out to only verified fact hashtag
facts
for
the number
for Genius.
Well, I'm really
just genius.
I am really hoping that some of these facts come out on the quiz tonight.
I think we're out of time though, aren't we?
Well, just before we do jump into the quiz, do you have a team name for us, Will?
Sorry. Yes, I did write some of these down.
Was this off Instagram?
Well, I did think about asking.
Only genius fact would be.
With the quiz name, you've got it. I feel like you need to be topical.
Yeah.
Right, and you've got to have the word quiz in there usually. So I did. You know, Ali Plumb, the film critic. The BBC film interview guy on Radio 1. I did his film quiz a while ago, and we called our team name Ali Plum because it's his quiz, and the Quiziner of Azka Plum. Because that is like you've got quiz in there.
Yeah.
You've got the name of the person doing the quiz, and it's a film quiz. So we've got a film name.
So you've done something equally as amazing for this, right?
No, absolutely not. But I was thinking. On the way here, I looked at the Metro, and I thought, what are people talking about? What are the big stories? Because it's general knowledge. I mean, it's zeitgeist. It's finger on the pulse. So that guy Justin Baldoni.
Justin Baldoni, yeah.
So Quiztin Baldoni. Maybe.
So
we're workshopping. That's in the maybe pile.
What's brilliant about the whole putting the quizzes is normally quiz rhymes with something that would be in that sentence. Where you just say Justin, and I'm just trying to find a bit in Justin that rhymes with quiz, and I'm Justin.
Well, I did think about Justin.
Wait, say it again. I don't even know where the quiz bit would go. Quiztin Baldoni.
I don't think any
His
of the
name's
letters.
not Quintin Baldoni or Christopher Baldoni.
Okay, forget that.
Forget it.
Okay, this one's not good. So
not like the others.
Paul Mezcal was in a streetcar
Can we
Desire.
you tee it up because we can now guess where you thought quiz fits in. Because honestly, the way it's going, you will just go quiz mezcal and say well, that's a play on Paul Mezcal. What is it?
Yeah, quiz mezcal. Quiz mezcal.
I was wondering why you teed it up being like, so when I went on this other quiz, I came up with a really good name. I was like, it's weird to sort of boast about how well he's done the name formulation.
Yeah.
You just...
Well, there was more because I saw it the other day and then they were talking about it in the paper. I actually went to see it. He's in a streetcar named Desire.
Yeah.
So...
Well,
you've either got a quiz car named Desire or a street quiz named Desire.
So what are we going with? Are we going with quiz mezcal?
Yeah, it's got
yeah.
Quiz mezcal.
Oh, Ryan Quisling. That just comes to my head.
That just popped into my head.
But you can't have that because a quisling, right? In like occupied territories during
Fucking
wars,
hell.
a quisling is what you call a traitor.
Right.
Somebody who collaborates with the enemy. So Ryan Quisling is actually...
It was nearly topical, that.
Yeah.
A couple of
And
weeks
do you know
ago.
what?
Yeah.
That's the reason
That's
why
what
it
you
doesn't
thought,
work.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what you thought.
Wait, who was he? Was he...
Well, no, just for traitors.
For Traitors?
Yeah.
For Traitors?
Yeah.
The TV show?
Ryan Quisling.
Ryan Quisling,
Yeah.
the Traitors. Anyway, so what are we doing?
Quiz Mescal, I
Quiz
think.
Mescal.
I think that's your finest.
Quiz
It's
Mescal.
disappointing, isn't it, guys? I'm sorry.
So,
No, that's great.
sorry, we were just about to really get into the quiz, but I've just looked over at Ian's piece of like sort of working out paper. He's just written Quiz Mescal at the top. It's really made me as if like we've just legitimised it. Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah, Quiz Mescal.
This is the team. We are Quiz Mescal. We are sat in a pub and we are Quiz Mescal.
Yeah.
So we've learnt about our teammates. We know our team name. Should we look at our Quizmaster?
Yes, please.
Okay, so each week we get sent a genuine pub quiz from a UK Quizmaster, and our Quizmaster today is Henry.
Do you want to do that when he's popping all over the... You really had a lovely run-up to sort of saying his name as well, and he thought, you know what, I'll do it right there.
So each week, genuine pub quiz from a real UK pub Quizmaster, and our Quizmaster today is Henry from the St John's Tavern in Clapham.
Hello, Henry from the St John's Tavern in Clapham.
Have you been to the St...
I've written it down, Henry there.
Yeah. Have you been to the St John's Tavern in Clapham?
Quizry. I've not been to the St John's Tavern in Clapham.
I've not been either. I don't really go out in Clapham.
I don't
a huge
go
amount.
Clapham much.
I imagine you've been to Infernos quite a lot.
Never been.
As a man who DJs at Sugar House.
Never been to Infernos.
As a man who skis and DJs at Sugar House. Surely.
Yeah. No, I've not. I'm sad. I'm not against the idea.
I mean, it's a very blank canvas. A
lot of Antipodeans in Clapham. Henry.
What's
He
an
might be
Antipodean?
from Australia or New Zealand.
Oh, yes.
Bring it out there.
Very good point.
Okay. Well, he does his quiz anyway every Tuesday at 7:30. So that's the St John's Tavern in Clapham. Every Tuesday at 7:30. You'll find Henry doing his quiz. So round one from Henry.
Does sound like a Claphamite.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Henners.
Because I'm not from London. Is it posh?
Posh,
Clapham.
yeah.
It's
Posh
Clapham.
people and Antipodeans.
Okay.
Yeah, rugby lads, a lot of the Australians who will come and like live. Sorry, that sounds really bad. A lot of like people from Australia and New Zealand will live there. They like rugby. They all hang out. They all go out and have like Jaeger bombs.
They're gonna have a Jaeger bomb.
So
they're gonna give each other wedgies.
They'll give each other wedgies.
And maybe a noogie.
It's always fun, isn't it? A wedgie. A noogie. A noogie.
A noogie. You can have a noogie or a wedgie.
That's great. What do you prefer?
You've
Noogie or
missed a
wedgie?
third option there, guys.
Nipple cripples.
A wet willy.
Oh, we got
Excuse me?
4.
Wet willy.
Is that when you lick your finger and put it in someone's ear?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
That was a personal
Is
favourite
that
of
a
mine.
thing? That's a bit less. Is that what rugby lads do?
They do. They wet willy. Yeah.
That's just like a calm intro for them, isn't it? That's just
Yeah,
hey,
that
how you
seems
doing?
like that's very much
Yeah.
mild foreplay for those boys.
Sexy nickname for you from your partner as well.
What, wet willy?
Wet willy. Yes, wet willy. Yeah. Okay, so our first round is the crossword round. So I'm going to read here what he's sent to us. It says, each answer will link to the previous one with the end of the word being the beginning of the next answer, much like a crossword. So if you miss one, you can work backwards. Okay? Does anyone understand that?
Sorry, I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
I totally zoned out.
So I was reading it and I zoned out.
Yeah.
Each answer will link to the previous one, with the end of the word being the beginning of the next answer. So if the answer was Will Best, I imagine the next answer would be Best
in show.
Western.
Sorry.
Something like that. Much like a crossword. So if you miss one, you can work backwards, okay? So he's
I don't know. Do you reckon if you were 6 pints deep, this would help you or hinder you?
Well, I'm thinking about getting a second pint already. So...
Pause in proceed?
Yeah. No, let's keep going.
Yeah.
So he's given us an example here. So he said, so for example, if question 1 was banana split, the answer was banana split, the answer to question 2 could be split decision.
Okay.
Lovely, okay. So he's given us some helpful advice there. Do we have question 1? It's not going to help us with because we just need to get that off
we've
the
got to
bat.
get it right.
Let's have a go. Era of British monarchy and sister. What?
And
era of British monarchy and sister watch company to Rolex. Sorry, for this round, are we just not putting question words in there? Is that not? Are we just
And
putting
sister watch
Are we just
company.
putting? Are we just writing them as statements and hoping for the best?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot, mate. Okay, so it's an era of British monarchy and a sister watch to the company Rolex.
Okay, well, let's start with the eras of the British monarchy. That's easy.
So, okay,
you've
so
got Victorian, you've got Edwardian, you've got Tudor.
Tudor.
It's Tudor.
Is it really?
It's Tudor.
Is that a watch
Tudor
company?
watch
That's
company?
a watch company.
You'd know. I don't know why that was a little snide.
exactly.
Well,
you'd know. You're so fucking punctual.
You know because you can fucking tell the time when you're skiing and all that stuff.
Stop. This is what I'm fucking...
I'm so sorry. Question number 2. Do you wear a watch, Will?
I do, but it's broken.
Rolex?
Sorry.
Tudor, absolute pile of shit. No, it is. Yeah.
Because it's a one-word answer, does that mean the next answer is going to have to start with Tudor?
It will start with Tudor,
Okay,
yeah. Hopefully. So question number 2. An unaging British literary figure with a mysterious self.
Oh no, but that's Dorian Gray.
That's Dorian Gray, yeah. That's Dorian Gray.
But there is no. Lady Jane Grey was monarch.
D-O-R. Tudor, Dorian Gray.
Brilliant. But also, do you like the way I
Fantastic.
slipped in the knowledge that Lady Jane Grey was British monarch for like 9 days or something?
Yeah. Weirdly, those sorts of facts aren't on Only Verified Facts.
No. Their version would be Lady was probably.
Much more dimple-based
Yeah,
stuff.
much more dimple-based. Yeah. Lady Jane Grey probably had back dimples.
Lady Jane Grey probably thought oranges reminded her of the planet Venus. Did they? I don't know. We have no evidence for it, but that's fine. Question number 3. American singer-songwriter and pianist. What's really throwing me off with the way Henry's done this is that he's not writing them as questions. No. He's just writing them as statements. American singer, songwriter, and pianist regarded as one of the most iconic and influential musicians in history, and they went blind at 7 years old.
American. Oh, it's Stevie Wonder. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw something.
Gray.
I want to throw something in. Could it be Ray Charles?
It is Ray Charles.
If we 100%. End on Dorian Gray and we start with Ray Charles.
Because he's more famous as a pianist, probably, than...
Yes. Have you seen that film Ray with Jamie Foxx?
It's a very good film.
Incredible.
And the thing that always struck me about that is he
Is it going to be the
based
same thing that I think about?
Is holding a lady by the wrist
yes,
to work out if she's sexy or not.
Is that?
Yeah.
It's a fascinating scene.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Liam? No. So it's.
Can I feel your wrist there?
Yeah, please.
He'll act it out, and I'll explain what's going on.
Yeah.
So Ray Charles was blind, but he was a famous womanizer, and what he would do is he'd feel people's wrists, and he's acting out feeling the wrist. So
these are the sort of experiments proper quiz fact.
Yeah. So Ray Charles would do this when he met a woman. He would squeeze their wrists like this.
Your left wrist is a little bit. Oh no, they're about the same.
He wouldn't have shagged you, basically. Your left wrist's a bit chubby, mate. I'm not going anywhere near you.
I just hit my funny bone on this chair. That was why I just shouted and said, "Ow, sorry."
The funny thing about a funny bone is that it's not a bone; it is a nerve. Lost my virginity very late. Very late, terribly late. Yeah. Question number 4. British criminal. He's done it as a statement again.
Yeah, Jake, I know you're getting annoyed at this, but I think joke's on you here a bit, mate, because he's doing it as a crossword, as this is the crossword round.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
so
he's got,
I think
Henry's no slouch, actually, when it comes to his quiz mastering.
I think you owe him a bit of an apology here.
I'm sick of apologising to misogynistic rugby lads from Australia. I've called him misogynistic. I'm sorry, mate. Henry, I'm going to take that back, actually.
Yeah, but we've got to lead by example, haven't we? We've got to lead by example to them.
No, I apologise. I was wrong there. You literally did say it's a crossword round, and you've just written the clues like they're crossword clues. Yeah. I'm sorry. Question number 4. Which British criminal... Oh, he changed it now, doesn't he? No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
British... So this is a British criminal with a violent and notorious life as a prisoner, played on screen by Tom Hardy in a 2008
I know the
biopic.
answer to this.
The craze.
No, it's Charles Bronson.
Great
okay.
Answer.
It's Bronson. It was Charles Bronson,
Great
wasn't
answer. Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Ray Charles Bronson.
That's a great question, isn't it? Because a lot of people would have... Like, my instinct was he played the Cray brothers, didn't he?
Yeah, but Bronson was famous for being a prisoner.
Right.
His whole thing was that he led a riot when he was in prison and all that kind of stuff.
He's
basically Britain's hardest man.
He's basically spent his whole life in prison.
He loves it.
But
he loves it.
The crimes he's done outside of prison are actually quite minimal, but he's just got all the years he's got added on is because of riots and stuff happened in prison. Yeah. So he just loves it. He
can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's coming out soon, I think.
Is he?
Yeah.
You're gonna get him on the pod. Get him on, he'll be good.
I thought you might call it Charles Quizson. Charles Quizson, good pun there.
How old
I'd
is he?
just go Quiz Bronson, to be honest with you. How old is he?
Yeah, what, is he an old bloke? Or?
He's an old bloke now, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But he's coming out soon?
No,
he's probably in his late 60s.
Late 60s.
So did he do something... Sorry, I know this isn't the
I
Charles Bronson...
I don't know what he went in for.
Was it something minor and then just sort of...
that sort of thing.
And then just stayed in there, never wanted to come out?
The theory is that...
I think he might have wanted to, but he couldn't bloody help himself when it came to causing mischief.
I think there's a theory that he would continue to cause problems in prison so that he could have a bit more extended.
I'm thinking of that scene in Royal Family where they ask his mate, "Oh, is your brother out of prison for Christmas?" And he goes, "Yeah, they gave him a chance, but he wanted to stay with his mates." That's a bit of that, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good.
You coming out? No, I don't want to leave them.
Yeah, the boys.
Yeah, we've got to have a riot plan Friday. It'd be a laugh. I don't want to miss it.
Question number 5, final question in the crossword round, which has been a brilliant round, and I apologise for not clocking on sooner to how you've been structuring it. Question number 5, the title of Al Pacino's New York Times bestseller autobiography. So what do we think this could be? So it's going to start with Bronson.
Or Sen.
Yeah.
Or it can't start with Bronson. Nothing starts with Bronson.
I know what this is. I know what it is because there was a documentary about it on BBC One.
On the beat.
Sunny Boy.
Sunny
Boy. It's called Sunny Boy. Yeah.
Sunny Boy.
Sunny
That's
Boy.
how he speaks.
Yeah, it's absolutely Sunny Boy.
Great work.
I really do think it is. So, how do we feel that went?
I think that's all right. It all makes sense.
I'm guessing we've got 100%
I
though.
think we've got 5 out of 5.
Also, I think with this whole thing of building a bit of an image around Henry, a lot of sort of laddie stuff here, isn't there?
Yeah, we've got
Al
Bronson,
Pacino,
we've got Pacino.
Bronson, Rolexes.
Ray Charles, famous for holding women's wrists.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I think Henry's held a wrist in it or two in his time, hasn't he? He's held a wrist or two in his time. So here we go with the answers. We're predicting that we got 5 out of 5. That's our prediction.
Yeah.
Let's see if that comes true. So, question number 1. We were looking for an era of the British monarchy, which also is the name of a sister watch company to Rolex. This was all Will Best, wasn't it? We weren't going to have any clue, were we?
I couldn't forward on that.
Yeah. You could barely tell the time. It's Tudor.
Brilliant.
Really well done,
Great
mate.
stuff,
really
guys.
well
Thanks,
done.
guys. That set us up nicely.
And that set us up very well.
If we hadn't got that, would have been tricky for them.
And I think Tudor actually is sort of the Rolex of the historical dynasties to study, isn't it? It's the sexiest one. It's the one with the drama. You've got the wives, you've got the beheadings, you've got the Reformation. You know what I mean? It's an exciting thing to study.
Yeah. No, totally. Those bloody monasteries.
Who'd have them? Question number 2. If we're looking for an unaging British literary figure with a mysterious self-portrait, it was...
we're looking for...
This is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
As if it's a belief description. Can I help you, officer? Yeah,
Someone hosts a quiz, don't they?
We're looking for an unaging British literary figure with a mysterious self-portrait. I think saw him in the Spa, actually. Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray.
2 for 2.
2 for 2.
2 for
Dorian
2.
Gray
2 on
is
2.
the only novel written by Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
He only did plays. Question number 3. American singer-songwriter and pianist regarded one of the most iconic, influential musicians in history who went blind at 7 years old. We know him as the wrist wanker.
well,
I mean,
he didn't wank off their wrists. He just grabbed them.
Yes, and
the wrist grabber.
The wrist grabber. It's Ray Charles.
Brilliant.
Charles.
We're doing very well here, boys.
3 for 3.
Question number 4. We're looking for a British criminal with a violent and notorious life. Live as a prisoner, played on-screen by Tom Hardy in 2008 in a biopic. It was Charles Bronson.
There we go.
So, for 5 out of 5, what was the autobiography of Al Pacino? It was indeed Sunny Boy, guys. 5 out of 5.
Lovely stuff.
A rarity on this podcast, I have to tell you.
Yeah.
5 out of 5 is not a figure we see often.
Good work, chaps.
I mean, we've had less overall in some quizzes, haven't we, than we've just had on that round there. Yeah. Well, you're a quizzer. You're a good... I'm not surprised you won Weakest Link.
Thanks very much. Well, we're only just getting started. We're only one round in, guys.
Yeah,
we still very much all to play for.
Very much.
Sorry,
very
I
much.
into quiz hosting.
Okay, round 2, porn parodies.
Oh dear.
Porn parodies. Okay.
So the below the below all have real adult film parodies made of them. Can you guess the porn pun from the real film title? Okay, so I think we're going to get a film.
Right.
And we've got... You know what? This is quite similar to what we were doing with your quiz puns. I think you could be the man for this,
Yeah,
Will.
this could be good.
So...
Well, Will actually didn't successfully create a pun, is the
What
main
I've done
thing.
is that's
Okay. Question number 1. It felt weird saying question then. Film title number 1, which we're going to try and convert into a porno, which is a porno, Downton Abbey.
It'll be something like Down on Abbey.
Down on
Abbey.
I think you're bang on. I don't think we need to even deliberate on that anymore. Legally Blonde, number 2. Legally Blonde. unlegally blonde.
Liam's put his pen down. He's like, I don't think I want to write down this.
Number 3, Tomb Raider.
Womb Raider.
Womb Raider.
Yeah, really though?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Womb Raider.
Yeah, it's got to be Womb Raider.
Yeah. Number 4,
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Dump, isn't it?
Fucking hell.
It's got to be.
Is that porn though?
It's got.
I don't know if that's porn.
People are into shitting on chests.
Oh, fair enough.
It could be Forrest Hump.
Oh,
Much better.
fine.
Just
I
to
was
give it a
thinking
more
of-
PG. Or it could be Forrest Stump, because...
Forrest come. Come,
No.
Forrest, come!
Yeah, that's good.
And it's sort of encouraging him to sort of...
I think it's
ejaculate.
definitely Forrest Hump. I think it's definitely Forrest Hump.
Forrest Hump?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we'll
don't
go
think
Forrest
it's
Hump.
got-
I think... Yeah.
Do you know what the problem is with this round? Is that if you're trying to answer it right and you put a wrong answer in, suddenly it's like,
Says a bit about you,
I
doesn't
think
it?
it might be Forrest Dump. Oh, well, it wasn't. But why did you say that? Because that's obviously come into your mind.
Yeah.
Are you
What have
into?
you been watching?
Are you into?
Forrest
no,
Dump.
I just think people might be into shitting on. Well, yeah, people, as in you freak.
Yeah.
And finally, Han Solo. It's got to be Han Solo.
Hands.
Han Solo.
It's just somebody wanking.
Yeah.
Bank. Sorry.
Han Solo.
Again, how's that getting commissioned?
And...
Han Solo, Han Molo, Polo,
But
Wolo.
also, that's got to be quite recent, because that Han Solo film was quite
Unless
recent.
it's just based off the... Because that's a character, isn't it?
It is just a character.
Could have been.
Han
Solo. But
Han-
then
it's
it
gotta
seems...
be Han
I don't know.
Solo. It's just somebody-
Who's
it's just-
commissioning a bloke wanking?
Well, it might be a lady wanking.
I think you're getting
it could
too.
be a lady wanking.
I think you're getting
That's
too hung
true.
up on the sort of like.
I don't know why I said bloke.
Hypothetical commissioning process.
Yeah.
I don't understand who's commissioning this. I mean, surely they've got bosses to answer to as well. And if they're signing off on Han Solo, I just don't know where we stand.
Yeah, I don't think these are on Netflix. I think this could be user generated.
Yeah. Well,
this is
what I'm
UGC,
saying.
mate.
Where are they? Han Solo. Any more advances
think-
on Han Solo, or should we just go?
I think
Hans?
also it'd be probably good to move on from this round.
Yeah, I agree.
It would certainly help with my erection.
You need to go Han Solo in the toilet.
Whilst I'm doing a Forrest Dump.
Oh, right, okay. Downton Abbey. I think we said down.
We said down on
down
Abbey.
on
Down on
Abbey.
Abbey, yeah.
We're bang on, guys.
Brilliant.
It's not. It's almost not a great round to get 100%.
No,
on, is it?
we want to try. And,
Okay. Legally blonde. It's legally boned.
Not a pun.
Not a pun. That doesn't
So I
work.
thought, in
Doesn't
which case,
work.
I thought you would have got that, Will. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Legally boned. I mean, it's still not great, isn't it? Because it suggests
not-
that there's
great.
yeah.
Yeah. Tomb Raider. We said Womb Raider, guys. We were
Very
bang
good,
on.
very
Bang
good.
on. Forrest Gump. It was Forrest Hump. We were
Very
correct
nice.
again.
On.
And Han Solo. Han Solo.
Brilliant round, guys.
Guys, that's 4 out of 5.
It's only
Yeah.
it's only when marking the porn one that Liam's really gone for the bang on catchphrase when giving himself a tick. He's never done it in all the episodes of this podcast before, but like legally boned, bang on. There we
Come
go.
on.
Womb Raider, bang on.
Knew it.
Will, let's have a break from the quiz because we're doing so bloody well. I think
we're
we can
doing-
take the foot off the gas a little bit, can't we?
Yeah. This cruising towards the best score yet.
Top of the leaderboard.
Top of the leaderboard. Yeah.
Tell
What's
us,
the weather like up there?
So, Will, Big Brother is back.
Hi, Jake.
Big Brother is back.
Big Bro is back on
It's
the
absolutely
box.
back, but it's the celebrity version.
Yes.
How exciting! I mean, how exciting is every series generally? But how different is it doing a celeb version to the civilian one?
It's shorter.
Sure.
What's the next question? Sorry. No, it is different. It is very different because it's interesting. Like, there's a different level of hype around it, obviously, because everyone wants to know who's going in, and there's the kind of room. You know, there's more for people to get excited about because it's like maybe there's going to be somebody totally like unexpected in there that we're going to learn stuff about and all that kind of thing. But then once the show actually starts, it very quickly falls into being very, very much the same as the civilian one. I always feel weird saying that, but that is actually what it's called even in the press and stuff now. Because the format is so strong. You know? Like, it's an indestructible format. You put people in a house, you put hundreds of cameras in there, and chaos will ensue. every time.
Yeah, well,
guaranteed.
That's what I wanted to ask you as well, because like, what is it like being part of like? I mean, it's an institution, isn't it? Does it come with a different sort of fame? Because you're not just dealing with like people who know about you. You're dealing with people who are lifelong fans of the show.
No, definitely.
And they have a different relationship to the show than say someone who is a fan of the Traitors. Say.
Yeah, don't say that. I like yes, and I would say that. I definitely. I mean, it even seems weird to even be saying this, but I don't have any fans. Like, people aren't fans of me.
You do.
I don't, because there's very little to like.
So
but people are fans of the show, right? And I'm a fan of the show, and that immediately, like, I if I bump into somebody in the street or somebody says, "You're that guy who hosts Big Brother," whatever. I could stop it. I could talk to those. I do talk to people for fucking ages. Like, in the street, my missus would be like, "Can we carry on with our day?" Because the people that bother to stop me or talk to me, or they're fans of Big Brother, and there's so much to talk about around it. I was rearranging a boiler fixing thing today. I needed somebody to come and fix my boiler. Right, my boiler's bloody broken, and I had to rearrange it. Do you know why I had to rearrange it?
Why?
Because they originally gave me a window of the entire day, and then the more specific window was during this podcast record.
No way.
Oh yeah, I'm going back to a very cold flat.
Wow,
Jake, thank you.
After recording in a very cold pub.
It is a bit chilly, and yet I've still managed to sort of sweat to the point of smelling.
I am smelling.
I've lost the train.
Are you getting it?
A little bit. I think I got.
I've really lost the train of thought of where that sort of weird little guilt trip related to Big Brother.
No, because
we were talking about the fans of Big Brother, how they're diehard fans, and you were just telling us about that,
even the
and then
boiler
said,
man
"Oh, by the way, I've actually had to rearrange a boiler appointment to come here." What's that? What?
Yeah. And I had to pay for my own Lime bike. Yeah. No, I'll tell you why. Because the lady on the phone, I was rearranging. At the end of the call, and we'd got the new time, Tuesday morning.
Oh, mate, thanks for that.
She said, "Are you the TV presenter, Will Best, who does Big Brother?" And I said yes. And she was like, "Oh my God, I love Big Brother. I've always been a fan of the show. Like, the last series was so good." Like, she was...
Wow.
And then we chatted about the show, you know? Like, so it is quite a special thing to work on for that reason.
I'm going to also say, I mean, you're being quite humble and say, "Oh, you don't have fans, they're fans of the show." I'm going to let people into a little secret. I have worked on Big Brother as a producer with Will. And I've seen when people come to the live shows, they're excited to see him. He's a bit of a rock star. There's fan mail. There are gifts and there are letters that are sent to the office for Will.
Can I ask any standouts that you're allowed to
There's a guy who comes every series and hand delivers a miniature... it's difficult to describe, but I think the best way to describe it is a miniaturized rural B-road scene. So
it sounds like the set of Forrest Hump.
So it's like a junction, right? So it's on a bit of a wooden board with fake grass, tiny little people, tiny. And it will be like a junction with like a little cottage, maybe some goats.
Wow.
And then like a Land Rover Defender, an old Land Rover Defender, like about to turn on the junction. This is miniaturized. There's be a little tree.
And what is this? Is it in like I'm imagining like a snow globe sort
No.
of thing?
It's just on a bit of MDF.
And he's bought you numerous of these.
We've had a few of them.
And do they all link? Are you sort of creating the Fox way or something?
No. They're all standalone pieces. They are beautiful. He's a landscape gardener. But like, I don't have any evidence that he can landscape a garden bigger than one that would fit in a shoebox. So I don't know if it's like the best advert for him, but I'm sure he's very good.
Oh, come on then. So I'm sadly not going to be working with you on the next series, but...
No, that well, because my request.
You requested it,
yeah.
Please, there must be some juice that you can give us.
No, I can't tell you anything because, and this is the key point, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
They tell us, I mean, you know from working on it, they told me last time, they tell me and AJ the day before. And the list of the sort of press leaked list. Yeah, quite rightly.
Davina knew well ahead of time.
I don't know nothing. I actually don't know anything.
Right, well, I'm very excited to see the new series. If you're listening, tune in to the new series of Celebrity Big Brother. You do not want to miss it. It is the original reality show back for another series.
Yeah.
I'd love if their viewing figures spiked off the back of that.
Yeah.
Round 3, the final round.
Now, it's called Shit or Bust. I think this really
come on,
feeds
Henry.
into the Henry. He's Australian, and I think we know that now, don't we? Shit or Bust.
If we weren't sure.
A swear word in the
swear
title
word.
of a round. We've had rounds sent in before which have been really sophisticated. It's sort of like real proper quizzes.
Yeah.
I saw you there trying to think of an example and couldn't. We've had anyway, but yeah, we have had
Just good rounds, I think they're going to be listening, feeling a bit annoyed by, they're doing shit or bust now. Shit or bust.
Go on, let's give Henry a chance.
Okay, so shit or bust, in brackets, Jeopardy questions.
Okay.
Just
Is that from the American game show?
I think-
Jeopardy? I don't know how that actually
I don't
works.
know. His description is multiple choice, +3 for each correct answer, -3 for each incorrect score. So I think this is Henry's version on that. You know the sort of rounds you get where it's if you get one wrong, you don't get anything for the round.
Yeah, but this is more extreme than that. Because there are
No,
5
I think it's
questions.
less extreme.
Hang on.
than that.
What are the maths on it, right?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
if we just do, if we select all of them for everything?
So, guys, this is quite scary, right? Because 5 questions, if we get -3 for each of these questions, right, our amazing good work is completely undone. Because
we're on
then
9 out of 10.
We get -15.
We're on 90%.
We get -15.
But-
so
but
we
can I
would be
just-
in negative equity.
Sorry,
Oh,
can I
God.
just go a bit glass half full here though?
Okay, thank you.
If we get
Breaking the habit
if we
of
get all
lifetime.
oh, come on. If we get all 5 right, we're looking at 24 out of 25.
That's wild.
I mean, that's wild. Mate, that would put you. We're even thinking of doing a leaderboard, right, on the socials. You'd be absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, we'd have to sort of convert it all into percentages.
Yeah.
Producer can do that, but it would be like
It'd be amazing.
brilliant.
Through no sort of quizzing prowess of your own, just through the format of what
And I
Henry's
don't
done.
think
Sorry,
you'd
I
ever
was-
get beaten to that. Really.
Did all right in the. I got Tudor, so
Yeah.
I got Tudor.
Should we? Okay, so question 1, and it's worth noting they are multiple choice in this. So he's been a bit kinder. He's given us a bit of a chance with this.
Shit or Bust by Henry from Clapham.
Which of these talents did not appear in the film La La Land?
Right.
So and there could be, and the thing is, each incorrect. There could be more than one.
Oh, God.
The suggestion with
No,
that.
there won't be more
Oh
than
no!
one.
Do you think
don't.
it's only one?
more than one.
You're stressing me out, Will. Let's just go with one. If Henry wants to try to throw us off, then shame on him.
Well, that's easier then. If
So the options we have 3 options: John Legend, Idina Menzel, or J.K. Simmons.
But by Idina Menzel, do you mean as John Travolta called her at the Oscar ceremony? Do you remember when she won an Oscar and John Travolta went up?
Yes.
And the Oscar goes to which
Did you know who he meant?
yeah, she got up.
Did
she
the
was
camera
up.
know who to go to, or was it just sort of?
I think they put. Well, the camera was on her. Do you know what I mean? I think.
Who should we go for?
I think it was a
I've never seen
because
it, but-
because I feel like so she is a singer
Okay.
and she's been in musicals. I
She
feel
was
like
Frozen, wasn't she? She was the voice of Elsa in Frozen.
that,
That's all I know.
yeah.
I don't know
I think
anything
that's
about
what she
her.
got the
Other
Oscar
than
for,
that.
maybe. But she was. I think she was also in High School Musical.
Have you seen La La Land? That's just. The
I've
main
seen
thing.
La La Land.
Well,
I
then
thought it was
just-
very good.
Just answer
I
it off
can't
of that
remember
then,
any
Will.
of those people being in it. J.K. Simmons.
You'd had 7 points.
J.K. Simmons isn't like I don't think he's a singer, like can sing necessarily, but I feel like
He can't sing.
he was in the drumming film Whiplash.
He didn't drum in it though. He was a conductor. All he did was
conductor.
wave that around. He never showed
I
any
think-
sort of
I feel like-
ounce of musical talent.
No, well, he was timing.
Sure.
Timing. I think that he might have been in it wearing a trilby hat for some reason.
Okay.
Unless he was wearing a trilby hat in Whiplash. I don't know. But
Is that you
that's,
think
I'm banking.
is that an image you
John
think you-
Legend.
okay.
Now, that's the sort of thing that was it the sort of film to have a cameo? Or now, God,
Have you seen it?
Menzel,
Have you seen?
I've never seen it. I tried to watch the first 5 minutes of it, and I saw them sort of. There was a traffic jam, and everyone was getting out of their cars, and I just got stressed out.
That was like the
I
end of
looking at it and
Peter
I was
Kay's car share. If anyone ever watched that.
Was there any singing that? He can sing, Peter Kay.
Yeah.
Can't he?
But do you remember? Did you ever watch Car Share? That has brought back a memory. There was a scene in that where he was walking across the bit and it was a dream.
And what? And they did
Did
a
you ever watch
musical.
that? Car Share? I forgot all about. Do you remember Car Share?
Car Share to me it struck me as,
I'm gonna
as
rewatch
an
that.
inferior version of the one with Rob Brydon, like Mariam thingy. Was it thing in Mariam?
I don't know.
When Rob Brydon used to just drive, it was like him and his missus on a commute.
You know what's great is listening to three blokes almost remember
Yeah.
Reference points that they want to share. Do you remember that? No, I don't remember what you're talking about, but do you remember this thing that I'm talking about?
It sounds a bit like this thing.
Do you remember this thing that No, I don't. Also, what was great about your car share one was you were doing an impression of Peter Kay talking about a thing that Peter Kay was in. Does anyone remember car share? Does anybody remember it? We were brilliant.
What's all that about?
Car share, what's all that about?
What's all that
Right,
about?
let's get with an answer here. Shall we go?
Well, no, can we come back to it? Oh, because if this was a real pub quiz,
we never do that.
If this was a real pub quiz,
Are you
come
saying
back to
Are you insinuating it's not a real pub quiz?
Sorry, as this is a real pub quiz,
Certainly not a real podcast.
I
don't know what the fuck it is, but it's not a podcast.
Right. Okay. Right. We'll park it.
We'll park it.
On Will Best's request, we're going to park question 1. Because there's a lot riding on this. We could lose 3 points here. Okay, so question 2. In literature, what nationality was Dr. Faustus?
Which suggests, with that
Well, you'd
smarming
think-
correction, that you know.
No, I don't. Yeah.
German, Danish, or Scottish? I think it was German.
Well, Faustus sounds German, isn't
Yeah.
it? He made a pact with the devil, didn't he? A Faustian pact.
I
you
think
could
you
say.
know what this is.
Yeah,
then.
but I don't know if he's German, Danish, or Scottish.
Will, don't turn up to our podcast. Correct how he's saying Faustus, which was wrong by all accounts.
Yeah, it was wrong.
Then say that it's about a deal with the devil, and then say, but I don't know the
but I
nationality.
don't know
of the
where
Shut
he's
up,
bloody
our producer,
from. Yeah.
who's worked really hard to do all this.
We were excited to have you on this. You were the most famous guest we'd ever had.
It's
and
true what they say.
Turned up.
It's true what they say.
Do you know what's happened? I've got down to the second half of my... That's a pint and a half now.
Yeah.
And I become an absolute wanker. I'm sorry.
No wonder Romesh told you to fuck off.
Really The Sun, are you watching? Are you watching? The Sun.
Will Best storms off of...
Will Best shows his true colours.
Yeah, but what would they call it? Storms off of... Because you've just said it's not really
It's
a
not a podcast, so I don't know.
Will Best walks through a pub. There's no story.
That's what saved you, really, isn't it?
Will Best storms away from friends with pints and microphones.
Let's go German.
Let's go German.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it seems too easy, doesn't it?
yeah.
It seems too easy. That's why I thought maybe Danish.
Like Faustus.
It could be
Scottish,
German's the other
could
one.
be Scottish.
Danish is the other one. It could be. It's not Scottish.
No, do you know what?
Let's
German-
come back to it.
Oh, we can't park
can't
them
keep
all. Else
coming
we're
back.
just
Keep
coming.
parking them.
We can't keep coming back.
we can keep parking them.
We can't. German. Let's go
Call me
German.
the valet.
Are we
I'm
happy-
parking them.
Is that your contribution to quiz teams? Can we just park it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're collecting in the sheets now. Fuck, we got another 9 questions to answer here. You parked them all, Will. Have you remembered them in that time? No, what were they
I've lost the
again?
keys.
It's also the first gag he said
Will-
that's made
Will's
sense
not
as well. We're out of the realm of...
No, that's not true. Because before it started, I said I'm going into aeroplane mode. Not my phone. Me. That was
Yeah. Just before we started recording.
Let's go with German,
Okay.
all right? It's what we think it is. Let's not second guess it.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Liam, what does it say?
Ayrton Senna won 3 driver championships with which team? McLaren, Lotus, or Ferrari? Are you
He definitely wasn't Lotus. He was Ferrari, wasn't he?
Is this F1?
F1, yeah.
Is it?
That bodes well,
Doesn't
doesn't it?
matter.
So you've presented some sort of like car stuff, haven't you?
God, this is an incredible bit of segue, guys.
Yeah. This is journalism.
I did a show called The Classic Car Show.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, they're both taking a swing at the same. What's going on? Completely sick. Tell us about this classic car show.
That's a sign of two hosts who haven't done their research.
You had a car show.
I didn't. It wasn't my car. I didn't have a car, but I did. I presented on a show called The Classic Car Show, Channel 5.
Yes.
One series. Huh?
Okay, we've got there now. Finally. What's the answer?
Is that why you brought it up?
I was actually talking about the Red Bull stuff.
One series, a little bit like the Love Shaft. One series, E4 dating show.
A little series you might
a
recognise.
little bit like Armageddon, 2 series, but that's only because we recorded them back to back. 2 series, but very much not a recommission.
How many single series shows have you done?
I, in a way, am the death knell for many a show. Like T4, obviously, was a long-running thing. I joined it, and it was cancelled almost immediately.
Can I just say...
like, that is an institution at
Oh,
that point.
yeah.
And it's just like, besties come along.
Besties come along, yeah. Well, because I used to do all of the Channel 4 youth music stuff. I did T4, Freshly Squeezed, The Crush, which is like a magazine show. I feel like there was another one. Anyway, they all got cancelled 1 week apart. But they all... So I got the call, bad news, T4's cancelled. But don't worry, you've still got Freshly Squeezed, The Crush. Anyway, next week... Freshly Squeezed, that's gone. But you still got The Crush. You know where this is going.
Yeah, big time.
It doesn't bode well for this podcast.
No. This great last episode though. I think we can. It doesn't. There's always been a few. So was that enough of a segue?
So Ayrton Senna won 3 driver championships with which team?
He was Ferrari, right?
Okay.
Because you know what? Because the reason why he wasn't McLaren, because that was Alain Prost, wasn't it?
Yep.
In the Marlboro cars. Was that McLaren at the time?
This is a conversation you're having.
Okay, go Ferrari.
Yeah. Question number 4.
Hydra, Styx, and Charon are moons which orbit the celestial
Oh, fuck.
Hydra, Styx, and Charon are moons which orbit which celestial body?
This is tough.
Jupiter, Neptune, or Pluto?
Okay, so let's just leave.
Well, Jupiter has a lot of moons.
Yeah,
the only ones I know, the biggest one's called Titus.
Okay.
Or Titan. And the second biggest is called Ganymede.
Oh,
unless Ganymede is maybe Ganymede is... No, Ganymede I think
Ganymede's in Lord of the Rings, isn't it? Ganymede?
Isn't he a dwarf?
I think he might have
I
been,
thought that's what they drink in Harry Potter, isn't it?
Hydra, Styx... Hydra, Styx, and Charon... They're gladiators, aren't they?
Any more?
Hydra, Styx, and Charon...
They orbit Bradley Walsh, I mean.
Jupiter, Neptune, they're planets, aren't they? That's a question.
Hydra, Styx, and Charon. I would like to go Jupiter. It's the biggest
Jupiter
planet.
has a lot of moons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on a
Sorry, I
Neptune.
just circled it and
I would like to say, hang on a second.
Okay, here we go.
I was about to say that Pluto is not a planet anymore, so it can't be that. But then I saw his question. He said, Hydra, Styx, and Charon are moons that orbit which celestial body? Has he put celestial body in there specifically?
Pluto is
to
so
include
little.
Pluto. But he's done it.
No.
He's made sure he hasn't said planet. He's covered his back. He's covered his back.
But that's
is it
because
double-
he's made a list that one of which is not as
But he could have picked any other planet.
yeah, but if he'd said which
He
planet,
could have put Earth. Well, we would have known it wouldn't be that.
but
But
if he'd said which planet, then smart Alex like you, Jake, would say, well, there's actually just a 50-50 now because Pluto's not a
what
planet,
voice,
it's a
sorry, what
celestial
voice is
body.
that? Whose voice is that? Whose voice is that? Because you've said smart
that
Alex
was
like
Henry.
you and you've
That
done
was
I don't
Henry.
know what you've done there.
That was Henry.
It's taken a very bitter
it
turn
might have-
since
it
the
might
second
be,
point
A
arrived.
guest on this, come on, and annihilated us.
Shall I do the thing where I walk away? No. So I think ignore that. I think it's a red herring.
Okay, so are we
what I'm
going
trying to
Jupiter?
say.
Are we going Jupiter?
Yeah, let's go Jupiter.
Oh, are you happy with that, Will? Because I'm getting the impression you're not.
It's.
Do you know what?
No, let's go Neptune. Let's go Neptune.
Let's go
No,
Neptune.
whoa. I don't know. Okay, let's stick with Jupiter because it's got the most moons.
No. Let's stick
Jupiter
with.
has lots of moons.
I'm reading between
Right.
that. You're saying let's stick with Jupiter. So when it ends up being Neptune, you can have a go at it.
Let's.
Correct. Have we quizzed before together?
Close your eyes and think to yourself, what feels right for you? Because you're our guest, we should go with what you feel. Okay. Hold his wrist. Close
It's a
your
yes
eyes.
from me.
Do a raise, Charles. What feels right for you? What does your gut say?
I feel like anything other than Jupiter is a bit trick questioning. I don't think Henry's a trick question kind of guy.
No, he's not clever enough for that.
Thank you for sending your quiz in.
Exactly. The only thing he knows about physics is that he once gave his mate an atomic wedgie.
Right, should we stick with Jupiter?
Yeah, go on.
Are you happy with Jupiter?
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah.
Question 5.
There's a real, in this podcast, when everyone gets to sort of round 3 and pint 3, there's a real fuck it energy.
Yeah.
In round 1, we're deliberating forensically. We're thinking, well, no, let's consider all options. I mean, I've not seen you write anything down, Will, for the last sort of an hour and a half.
I've written Henry and underlined it twice. And then I've just put a note for the producer.
But do you know what I think creates this though is the multiple choice. I think you don't use your brain as much. You just go, oh, okay.
You don't use your brain as much, but you do use your just perpetuity.
Your pituitary gland.
You use your
Hopefully.
your what's
in the brain
the
now.
filler word here? You use your for doubt. You use your propensity.
Your propensity.
Propensity for doubt.
Propensity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question 5.
Okay.
Jousting was discontinued in which century? Like it's a chocolate bar. Discontinued. I'm sure we just stopped doing it.
Do that anymore.
Yeah, 17th, 18th, or 19th.
It was replaced by Starburst.
I thought they renamed it. Yeah. I reckon 19th. I reckon they were doing this. No, actually.
Yeah. Well, you'd think it would be late, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd think it would be quite late.
Should we go 19th?
You know, 19th century could be 1801.
I think it's a real medieval sport. I think that, and it's also key thing that I often get confused with is when we're talking about centuries and they say 17th, 18th, 19th.
Not -1.
That -1.
-1.
19th does not mean 1900s. Look, I think Henry VIII was the most famous of the jousters.
Was he a jouster?
He was a big jouster.
You were still doing. You were in the 18th century. You were definitely still doing duels. 17 something. You could walk 5 paces and try and shoot your fucking mate.
I don't think you were jousting. Well, should we just go middle? Just go middle. 17th, 18th, 19th. Let's go middle.
Will the middle solve the riddle?
Early in the 1700s.
Yeah.
I can imagine early in the 1700s they stopped the jousting.
Okay, go middle.
Okay.
I'd have liked to have gone 19th, but I'm happy to go middle.
I was thinking 19th as well, but let's go middle. One
One of the most toxic trios that we've
Oh, we haven't. Don't turn the page yet, because remember.
Oh shit!
We
sorry.
parked a little something up
We did
here.
park a little something.
Maybe Idina Menzel was Emma Stone's friend.
Yeah.
Maybe J.K. Simmons had some kind of role to play because he's an actor. So maybe John Legend by process of elimination.
Okay.
I feel like that's wrong. I feel like the actual answer is Idina Menzel.
Well, should we go? What do you want to go for? It's only you who've seen the film, so I think it's only fair that you get the answer.
Yeah.
No, but I think maybe Idina Menzel. Now I feel like I can see her in it, and I can't remember John Legend in it.
Okay.
Go John Legend.
This is an excruciating.
Guys, right? Okay. So just before we.
Has anyone ever got that into it before? Bank! No.
Oh god! It's times like this you really miss porn parodies, don't you? You miss it.
Yeah,
you miss it dearly.
You know where you are with porn parody.
So before we go into this, we're currently on a 9 out of 10. At the end of this, we are going to have a score out of 25 because we've answered all of these questions, and it's +3 for everyone correct, -3 for everyone incorrect. So round 3, shit or bust. Here we go. So. Number 1, which of these talents did not appear in the film La La Land? John Legend, Idina Menzel, or J.K. Simmons? Will, you were torn between John Legend, and your instinct was Idina Menzel. Is that fair to say?
And we said go with your gut.
We said go with your gut.
You try to shift the blame onto me.
No, I'm not. You said and then you said you felt you'd seen Idina Menzel in the film.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So we went with John Legend.
We did. Yeah.
The answer.
Oh God.
Is Idina Menzel.
Fuck! Shit! Sorry, Cat. And what's okay?
For the tape, Will has eaten his working out paper.
That's -3. That's a shit.
Will has eaten his notes for the producer. Question 2. In literature, what nationality was Dr. Faustus?
It's Danish, isn't it? I bet it's Danish.
We went German.
And it just seemed too obvious.
It's German. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so that puts us back level. We're back level.
Pathetic.
So, and now this is your thing because you hosted that.
They're all his fucking thing. Every single one of these, it was like...
Yeah.
It was you, Will. It was always you.
Ayrton Senna won 3 driver championships with which team? What did we say, Jake?
We said, quite calmly, Jupiter. No, that was something else.
I've got it wrong.
We said...
You didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. This
You
was all
literally
you.
didn't say anything.
Jake didn't circle his answer. We said Ferrari.
Oh, it's. I've seen the documentary and.
This man.
Are you sure it was McLaren? Sorry, I've just skipped to the end. I saw it on.
Yeah, no, it's McLaren.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
McLaren.
It's another -3.
Fuck. Shit.
But I thought. Who was he?
That's 2 -3s and a +3, which leaves us on, well...
-3.
-3,
yeah.
Was he never Ferrari?
Will is currently Googling the...
Please don't Google during the
Please
quiz.
put your phones away for the
it's
quiz.
the last round. I need to bring this baby into land.
Guys, don't worry, Will's just Instagramming the answer here.
No Googling. At my quiz.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. Barman. Get rid of
Hang
him.
on, he never drove a Ferrari, did he?
5.
For another 2 years.
4.
It was,
Right,
wasn't it?
okay.
Yeah.
Question 4. Hydra, Styx, and Charon are moons which orbit which celestial body? Now, Jake, Will had a bit of a laugh at you because you had this merry little theory. You had this merry little theory that by him saying celestial body rather than planet was used to incorporate Pluto.
Well, do you know what
Else, why would you put Pluto in there?
Do you know what it is, Liam? Is that when it comes to quizzing, and I don't know if I do bang on about this a lot, but I do run pub quizzes, and I like pub quizzes. And one of the key things is look for any clue in the question. You're not expected to know every morsel of trivia. Of course, you're not. And not people who enjoy quizzes don't go because they know everything. They go because they also enjoy working things out, looking for codes, looking for clues, and coming to a logical conclusion. Yeah.
Will Best told you in no uncertain terms, fuck off.
Yeah, it was that, wasn't it?
It was.
And also, sorry, not only did he do that, he said it like this. Oh, well, someone's going to come and say, it did this voice.
That wasn't me.
Which was...
That wasn't me. I said, I was saying from the start, guys, I think this is Pluto.
You said it's definitely between Jupiter and Neptune, and we were torn between them, and we spent a good 5 minutes of this episode fannying about with is it Jupiter, is it Neptune? After we laughed at I didn't. It was Pluto.
It was, wasn't it? That's what's happened there, guys. What's happened there is that I thought, because I even said this, you can rewind the tapes. I said Henry's gone for the obvious answer. Like this is Henry we're dealing with, right?
Blame it on him.
And and I thought Henry's gone. And anyway, so I thought Jupiter. Fuck's sake.
Henry, as always, thanks for the quiz. Question number 5.
Okay, so we need this, guys. We really need this. Jousting was discontinued in which century? Again, this is story of around. We spent a lot of time deliberating between 18th and 19th. The answer was the 17th century. I don't know what we ended up going with, 18th or 19th.
We went with 18th. We said it's the middle, and we said we think it's the 19th, so that when the 19th is the answer, we can blame it on Jake. Yeah. And what's happened here is that Jake said it's the 17th.
But we had to go to the middle to compromise.
And we ignored him. And I didn't do it out loud, but in my head, I did the
18th
voice.
18th century.
In my head, I did Jake thinks it's the 17th.
You guys thought it was the 19th century. So you thought jousting was happened when Thomas Edison was inventing the telephone.
Why not?
You thought jousting was happened.
They still had capital punishment. They still had dueling.
Thomas, put your phone down, you fucking loser. Get out here and watch your
You thought jousting was happening when they had invented photography.
Sorry,
That's
guys.
what you thought was going on. I'm sorry. How, in what world were people on horses killing each other with massive fucking spears?
I've got a bit of a photography gig this weekend, going to the jousting. I've got press pass for the jousting.
Hold still. Gone.
Yeah. Okay. 2 things. One, you don't necessarily kill people in jousting. We've all seen the film, what was it called? The one with...
A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale.
Set in the 17th century.
Yeah, fine. It was...
Big clue.
Music by David Bowie, so...
I like that jousters spoke about it in the same way boxers talk about boxing. It's actually a discipline.
Sorry, this is actually a trick question. Right? I swear on my life, I have seen jousting, right? At Lotherton Hall in Yorkshire. They got dressed up in armour and they rode horses at each other and they flipping well jousted.
To be fair, they still do it at Warwick Castle. But
they still do it at Warwick Castle.
Yeah.
So
Right,
what
guys.
we should have done is not answered that one. Can we go back in time?
They reenact jousting. That does not mean that people are doing full-on jousting.
So
where you can die.
Okay.
Henry is an absolute cat amongst the pigeons here.
The
He's
one
broken up what I felt was a promising friendship.
Yeah.
Amongst us 3.
It was lovely until the second pint came in.
I don't know why Henry's done a question about jousting anyway. What's his last name? The 8th. What's his last name? The 8th.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know if you got that. So I don't know why Henry's done a question about jousting anyway. What's his last name? The 8th.
It's very good.
So
I mean,
it's the 5th.
And I know we spoke about leaderboards. We spoke about you being an unmovable force at the top of the leaderboard. What that round has done to our overall score. We came into that round with a 9 out of 10, which is just fantastic. At the end of that round, that's left us on a score out of 25, -3.
Right. So we've come out of this in negative equity.
Yeah.
This is the quiz equivalent.
We owe something to Henry here.
This is the quiz equivalent of the 2008.
Sorry. It's the equivalent. If you're.
It's the equivalent of the 2008.
That one works.
Crash.
That one works. That one works.
Well, look, I just want to say that I'm disappointed with myself.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I'm fucking disappointed with you two.
Me?
Oh, big time.
I know you were giving it to him. What have I done?
You.
What exactly? What have you done?
Yeah,
what
good
have
question.
you done?
Well, I didn't lose us.
Good question.
I didn't lose us 12 points.
You didn't
in a
bloody
round.
gain it, didn't it?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I was willing to back you on the Pluto stuff.
No, do you know
Oh,
what?
this is like school though.
Do you know
Side with
what?
the biggest one. Have you seen his arms?
I'm turning on Liam, and now I'm going to turn on our guest and say, don't you try and turn Liam on me.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
This is the wrong enemy. All of this anger should be directed at fucking
Will,
Henry.
Is this the reason why it's always...
I don't know why.
Is this the reason why it's always one series with you? Because you get in there, you're a little shit stirrer, you turn everyone against each other.
Maybe.
And then they
I mean,
can't go wrong.
I can never come back to try and redeem myself, I guess. No, I'm sorry, that was a statement. I can never come back to redeem myself because this will be the last episode because this is now a discontinued podcast.
Much like jousting.
Like
So what happens
jousting.
now? Do we owe like Henry like money or something? I don't know what. Like we've never been in a position where we're in negative points before.
Yeah.
Right, Will. What we love to do at the end of every quiz is give it a little bit of a rating, give it a bit of a review. So,
Okay, the quiz review.
Yeah, absolutely. So out of 10, isn't it normally?
How about out of 25?
Out of 25, what would you give?
-3.
What would you? Out of 25, what would you give playability?
-3.
Lovely stuff. And, very fitting, very fitting.
Yeah.
Out of 25, what would you give the range of questions?
Do I just keep saying -3 for every one of these as a joke?
Yeah.
-3.
Yeah. And finally, what would you give for general sort of good vibes? Just general good vibes.
So, but that's not based on the quiz. Is that based on you two? Is that
It's
me
based on the
reviewing
whole
you?
experience.
The whole experience.
Yeah.
You bought me a couple of pints.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So
You go, boy.
That fact will make you burp as well as fart, apparently.
did you pick up that little bit? Okay. So I'll knock off one each.
Don't knock one off, mate. Just do the
pint-
review.
Bloody Han Solo over it.
Each pint gets a point. So -1.
Well, Will, you've been the most spectacular, wonderful, enigmatic guest we've ever had on the
really
quiz.
have.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'd like to quiz with you again one day.
I'd love to do that. Thanks so much for having me. Goodbye.
All right, see you later. Bye.